Hey guys, today's Wednesday, May the 3rd of 2023, and I wanted to go over the energy metals and the dollar, US pre-market. So without any further delay, let's get into it. Today is a big day. Volatility is going to increase, so be careful out there. I am going to be in and out, so I won't be able to monitor the markets as I would like to, but just want to kind of show you what I'm seeing. There's a squeeze play on crude, and it looks like there's a lot of weakness coming in. It was in this consolidation pattern here, and now it's breaking below. So you got this nice little pop, head fake. Now pulling that back down, it could probably test 64.29. So we'll see, but it looks like it's heading down that way. On the weekday, on the weekly chart, doesn't look like it wants to go down. It's just kind of flat, but you can see that the daily is indicating a lot of weakness. Same thing with RBOB, PPS sell signal. There's a squeeze play set now again, and you can see the daily chart is just pushing lower. It's hovering around 238. If it pushes lower, 227 is next. In regards to natural gas, we got a nice pop. PPS buy signal. The strategy with the PPS buy signal, you wait for it to pull back. And in theory, it should at least 217 should hold. That's a nice extreme pullback. If that doesn't hold, then it may want to test this 194. So that's what the strategy is. So this is where you're like, okay, now that we got this pullback, we got back to a discount. I'll dip my toes in, but I have a nice little stop below. But, be cautious because today's a little wild. Trading day wise, it's supposed to be going up. It's one of the biggest bullish days, but it's not guaranteed. There's a lot of folks will be like, "Hey, you said Monday was going to go up and it went down." Well, if it was always accurate like that, then we all be millionaires. But it's just something for you to as a guiding point. I use it as a guiding point of what has happened in the past and see, using the edge of numbers and see, if I'm going to place a trade, I would like to place a trade on a day that it's long and then, put a stop just in case it doesn't work out. So that's how you kind of look at it. So today's a bullish day. Let's see how it plays out. Today's the biggest bullish day in regards to trading day. But then Thursday is going to be very nasty to the downside. So let's see if that plays out. But so far you see that we are in a squeeze play, and it looks like there's some weakness coming in. You see the histograms, but it hasn't triggered any direction yet. But you can see that there's weakness. And heating oil, same thing. Nothing positive here, just pretty much going down. So the energy sector is kind of very weak. Not kind of, very weak. Except for natural gas. It just kind of wants to grind higher. Let's go to the metals because I think this is where it's very interesting right now. You can see that level of 19, you can say 1980 around there, 81, 82, 83 has been holding. And now we got a PPS buy signal on the daily and it's bullish. You can see the 4-hour, very bullish, very strong. Just hit this resistance level. Let's see with the FOMC. If we get a nice pop to the upside, watch out because it's going to test 251 all the way to 263. That would be your target to the upside. But it's going to get volatile. We don't know what's going to happen. This thing could just turn around or it could just explode or just kind of go sideways. So we'll see. Same thing with silver. Look how volatile it is. It hit the high already. It's, not like gold, but it already hit it, tested it, pulled back, and now it went right back up. You can see it on the 4-hour. Very extreme moves. And is in a squeeze play on the daily. So, and it kind of looks like it wants to go down, but now kind of flat. So, and you can see price actions is flat. So let's see what happens. Copper, kind of lost the 408, 407 level, pushed back, tested this pop, now came right back down. And you can see on the 4-hour is more on the weaker side. Platinum, same thing. Nice little run to the upside, lost. It came maybe tested 1076 and it tested it from the under and it failed. And it looks like it, so far the 4-hour is kind of hovering there, but let's see maybe with the FOMC what was going to happen. It's going to push higher. So you got a target of 1102 for copper. Let's see palladium. It's one that I'm watching also, but I'm kind of gauging it with the dollar. And you can see that we got this nice little pop. Oops, put this here. Nice little pop. This support now is resistance. 1529 didn't hold, and now just kind of hovering and just pulled back. It looks like maybe that's the 50% just by eyeballing it. So if this doesn't hold, obviously 1333 is going to get tested. But if this holds, it's going to test 1532. So it's back in this consolidation range. So I would just wait for maybe this was the fake one, pulled back, and then the real one is going to come when it breaks out through there. So I want to see if that's going to play out. I'm going to put an alert there now that it's back in this range, and an alert at 1333. So I covered both of those. Let's look at the dollar, because this is the main one that I'm focusing on. As you can see, we got this nice little pop here. Didn't last long. This is what, the daily. So we closed back in, pushed even lower, hovering around 101.50-ish around there. In the mobile band, still kind of positive, but a little choppy and a little weakness. If we close below, it's to the point. I'm looking for something to close below 178 to either consider doing anything with the dollar and the inverse trade, because this is just all noise right here. It hasn't decided what it wants to do, and it almost did here to go up here and test 102.80, but it didn't do that. But the day is young. FOMC. Let's see what's going to happen, what they're going to say. But if I see that we close above 102 and test this and kind of, hover here or pull back and stall, maybe it could go up. But if it doesn't, my target still remains 98 all the way down here. But I want to see it, close below 100 for me to consider, shorting it and playing a swing trade to the upside with the metals. Let's go into the natural gas. It's kind of sucks that we went all the way up here and then pulled back, but that's the way it is with trading. MACD still remains positive on the weekly. You can see a little negative in regards to volume this week, and it's still in the chop zone. We never broke out, but the candles are positive, Hikanashi, but this one looks a little weak. And we're below the volume profile now. On the daily, you can see we failed the 50. This linear regression channel always keeps us in check. It's going to be resistance, point of control, 254, almost kissed it. The 50% on the cloud, 248, resistance. And you can see that we have this signal here in PPS sell signal. So it all depends how low we're going to go. We lost point of control, which is 223. It's around 216, and it's already below this level of 217. Well, it's hovering around there now. MACD is negative. Market sentiment is kind of going sideways. You can see the volume. Monday and Tuesday, the bears were very strong. In regards to volume profile, you can see that this is where the bears were hovering, and they took control of this and pushed us. We're below both VWAPs, and we are at the point of control at 216, which is right here, and we lost this one at 222. Value area low is going to push lower. It will be 206 all the way to 207. So this is, another value area low support right here. Is it going to go down there? I don't know. Hopefully this would hold. But if this doesn't hold, then they may want to test these lows, or they want to attempt to test it. But we'll see how that's going to play out in the remaining week. Let's go into our levels. As you can see, they are red on the daily and the weekly and on the monthly, because we already lost 223. We're kind of hovering around here at 216. This is our low, 194. We lost this. We lost the weekly 50%, 235. It tested it here and failed. It failed the volume profile area, 230. And now this is the low of last week. 216 around there, so 214. So now that we're, look like we want to go even lower, let's look at some support levels. You got 215 right now, and you got 211 on the daily for today. For the week, you got 208 and 199 if it's going to flush down. That's your last legs of support. And obviously, if, it's going to really tank, 194 is the last low from April 14th. If it really wants to tank, 180, 165 for the month, which that is extreme. But let's see how this day turns out. But it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good at all. I think that's it. Square 9. We're already at 215. So yeah, we lost all this important level, 225. I didn't think we were going to be dancing around here. So we even lost 218. So 211 is your last support right here. And then 204. 252 was the high right here. So 215, we're hovering. So yeah, so it makes sense now that we kind of stall here because it lines up with the high that we did on 252. So that would be support and 211, last leg of support right here. If we from here start going up, we need to regain all this back up to go to 252. So there's going to be a lot of pushing and grinding to go higher. Well, let's see how this day turns out. Watch the dollar. That's the one I think that's going to be leading everything else in regards to what's going to happen this week and for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to sign out, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the dollar, the metals, and the energy sector.